As you may have heard, phase one of Massachusetts reopening affords places of worship the opportunity to begin having physical gatherings again with some restrictions. So churches can gather physically, but like my mama used to always say, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do it. 1 Corinthians 10:23 and 24 read, I have the right to do anything, you say, but not everything is beneficial. I have the right to do anything, but not everything is constructive. So no one should seek their own good, but the good of others. At Reunion, we don't simply do something because we can. Rather, we consider what is most beneficial, how we can best glorify God, and we seek the good of our neighbors and those around us. And I want to remind you, we did not stop our physical gatherings at the beginning of this because it was mandated to us. We made that decision out of a desire to best love and serve our neighbors and be a representation of Christ's love to them. And with that in mind, and out of the same desire to best love our community, we will not be moving towards gathering physically again at this moment. Notice, though, I'm not using the language of whether or not we will reopen as a church. Rather, we're discussing whether or not we'll gather physically at this time. During this pandemic, the church has not been closed, only the building. We've not been closed even for a second. Our first response was to release two forms, one requesting help and one offering help. And since then, we have mobilized over 100 people to love and serve our neighbors through food distribution, grocery shopping, donations for foster families, and laptop delivery for students in need. And now we hope to mobilize even more through our neighborhood ambassador initiative. See, in many ways, Reunion is healthier than we've ever been. This season has allowed us to effectively operate as one church, and we're closer as a community than we ever have been, though we're physically distant. We've sought to care for our community mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, and have seen great engagement in our midday prayer, midday worship, workout and cooking classes, and our formation communities. We will continue to lean into our four types of community: connecting, neighboring, formation, and life. And we invite you to engage in those ways. We will continue to provide quality Sunday online morning gatherings each week. And here's the thing, I encourage you to share them with your friends and neighbors. It has literally never been easier to invite someone to church than it is right now. Most of all, we will continue to be the church where we live, work, and play, helping people find their way back to God. Our staff and leadership are hard at work putting together re-entry plans, praying, and sitting in countless meetings to discern what moving forward looks like for us. And so I want to ask you to pray for your pastors and elders in this season. And I want to encourage you, like we said on Easter, going back to normal isn't the goal. As Jesus said in Mark 2, no one puts new wine into old wineskins. If he does, the wine will burst the skins, and the wine is destroyed, and so are the skins. But new wine is for fresh wineskins. We have been given new wine, a new perspective on what is important, what is needed, and what it means to be the church. And so let's not try to shove that into old wineskins. Rather, let's embrace this season, pray for the future, and go be the church. I love you, and I miss you all, and I'll see you online this week.